Yasna 34, translated by Dinsha J. Irani. The deeds, the words, the worship for which thou hast established immortality, righteous existence, and the kingdom of perfection. All these deeds and words and worship I dedicate first of all to thee, O Lord Mazda. Inspired by the good mind, these deeds come from the good spirit of the virtuous person, whose soul follows the path of truth. Approaching thy presence, O Mazda, singing hymns of thy praise. To thee and to truth we tender our offerings of reverential adoration. In thy kingdom may all the living achieve their destiny of perfection through the good mind, for indeed the advancement to thy exalted presence is forever secure among the right thinking, O Mazda. Thy sacred fire, O Ahura, mighty through truth, most swift and powerful. May its helpful radiance be a bringer of joy to the good, but for the malicious wicked may its power their evil disclose. What is thy power? What is thy domain, O Mazda? How can one's actions justify thy protection, O Mazda? Indeed thus, through righteousness and through the benevolent mind, and by protecting thy poor, we will declare thy exaltation to all, even to the powers of evil and the wicked destroyers among men. As thou art truly thus, O Mazda, the very being of truth and the good mind, then give me a sign during this existence of mine, that I may approach with confident joy and veneration, singing of thy glory. Where are those, O Mazda, with authentic enlightenment of the good mind, who even in times of woe would by thy treasured doctrine spread the light? None do I know other than thee. Protect us then through truth. For the evil foes, by their hostile actions, have spread fear, misery, and ruin have they brought on many. Unmindful of thy commands, the powerful oppress the weak, O Mazda. They think not, alas, of truth and right. From the good mind they always remain afar. Those who spurn the bountiful spirit of piety, knowing how precious it is to thine initiate, wicked are they by their ignorance and neglect of the good mind. From them truth turns away, as from us flee the beasts of prey. The men of understanding will call for the deeds of the good mind, a fruitful result of a faithful life. He knows the zeal of Ahunavaiti is a He who knows the zeal of Ahunavaiti is a creative follower of truth and right, which are indeed the mighty influences of thy kingdom of heaven, O Mazda. The twin spirits of perfection and immortality sustain our aspiration. The zealous Ahunavaiti with truth shall assure the permanence of thy kingdom of the good mind. By these divine forces, O Mazda, dost thou bless the foes of thy foes. What are thy commandments, and what dost thou desire, O Mazda? What of invocation, what of worship? Speak forth, my Lord, that I may hear thee, that I may know what will bestow on us thy blessed rewards. Teach me through the good mind the noble path of truth and right. It is the path of the good mind which thou hast manifested to me, O Ahura, whereby the well-doers, in accordance with the teaching of the spiritual guides, acting in harmony with truth alone, shall pass onward to the assigned reward of which thou art the bestower, O Mazda. This precious reward of thine, O Mazda, thou givest by way of the good mind. Thou givest to vigorous bodily life of him who works for and tends to thy creation, who furthers thy beneficent plan by the power of his understanding, guided by thy spirit of truth. Make known to me, O Mazda, the best teachings and actions, actuated by the good mind and inspired by truth, as I express my aspiration in my songs of veneration for thee. By thy sovereign authority do thou regenerate this existence through thy gracious will, O Ahura.